What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're still feeling sensitive to those energies there, Cancer. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just phenomenal, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Harry Self inspired you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Now, the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot cards, but it's based off our ruler here, the good old Moon. Cancer, sidebar, have you been enjoying this full moon energy? I mean, the moon is at home for one more day. This is wonderful energy to be in here, Cancer. So I feel like you enjoy this full moon in our sign. A lot of positive things, and it's in a supportive aspect to Jupiter. There's forming a sextile in Taurus, which it's wonderful energy there, Cancer. But yes, I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, when she's going void of course. There's all those lunar shenanigans. I got caught up in those lunar energies. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you. Leave the rest with me. Never force reading on a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Alright, Cancer, your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. Hey, Cancer, happy Mercury Day. It's Wednesday. Mercury moves over Wednesdays. Hope you've been finding a nice balance between that your thoughts and your intuitive energies there, Cancer, because we still have that full moon that is going on in our sign. And with this energy, Cancer, I do feel like this is a very emotional and sensitive place for the moon. So I feel that this can be one where you really do get to understand yourself on a very deep and intuitive level there, Cancer. Because we're attuned to emotions in a way that the other signs aren't. It's very fascinating when you think about how our energies works, and I feel the more that you learn to understand yourself, heal those sides of you, those maybe emotional sides of you that tend to, where we might feel a little overreactive in, learning to understand sadness and happiness and whatever that may look like, Cancer. I feel that makes you more compassionate, more empathetic, and then I feel like it can bring about these new insights in how you manifest. And I don't know, there's just like a very just like psychic understanding too there, Cancer. Hold on. Thank you. When you have the moon at home in our sign, and I feel this can be one too where we can kind of strengthen the security within our home space, maybe amongst our family, or those that you do call your family, your soul tribe, whatever that's looking like. I feel even with us being associated with ancestry in the past there, Cancer, this could be even making some peace with any sort of ancestral wounds that may have been going down, depending on however this energy is resonating with you, Cancer. So I feel, this is a very patient energy, a very understanding energy, and I feel like just really one to celebrate too in all this, Cancer. When this is coming out, I'm actually all up I'm in the height of this, in this full moon energy, and it has been nice to kind of, and I don't know, Cancer, I feel like while we're in this thing, going out and experience things that stimulate these emotions in a sense, I feel, with the moon there, really feeling yourself, feeling your energies in a different type of way. And yeah, I hope that makes sense, Cancer. But then last couple of things, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching their Cancer. A couple of them, their moons are in Cancers. There's just hella intuitive time there, Cancer, and very powerful insights that they bring as well. There are a couple of astrologers down there that I like watching Cancer. I also got some apps and some things. I'll be adding more to that description box, Cancer, so keep an eye on that thing. A lot of big things I got cooking up in the mix there. But oh, Cancer, I love this. And this is, I feel like, great moon and Cancer energy, because your general energy of the day is an affirmation for healing the heart there, Cancer. And that saying that home is where the heart is was the first thing that kind of popped up there, Cancer. And I feel maybe for some, because we are tied, we're associated with family, Cancer, again, however that's looking. So I feel that there may be for some that might need to have maybe maybe a tough conversation with some family members, or just needing to put some things out there in order to get this sense of understanding. Or maybe there could be just even like, I feel like, Cancer, like even like a need for just kind of connecting with others in a sense like this. I don't, I'm not quite sure how to put this. It's like I feel there's this, because you are in such an intuitive energy and such a really compassionate energy, with the moon being in Cancer, you can really be this rock for others in a sense, to bring this sense of clarity, to help kind of cleanse their energies in a sense, to kind of help them understand that this is, just a waxing and waning of life. You might be feeling these intense things, but they will assuage, it will come down. And I'm even just picturing some just needing like a hug in a sense. It's like a very interesting energy that's coming with this healing the heart. And I feel like it's doing things very kind of Queen of Cups energy, maybe doing some things around your space there, lighting some candles possibly, or they got some sage burning on the side here, or maybe it's cuddling up on the couch with your little furry friend, even if that's the only person that or person, other thing that just happens to be around there. And in Cancer, this maybe if you don't have plants or have animals, maybe this could be with plants. Just, I feel like you being in a very just that motherly nurturing energy there, Cancer, and whatever this is looking like over these next day or so, can really feel like kind of start this new foundation to just some more permanent type of healing there. But it's like, we're an interesting sign, being the cardinal water. We initiate things by our subconscious. There's these feelings that come up here, and I feel like there can be, I don't know, tapping into this, like, I know it's like a different sense of you, Cancer. But let me get some tarot on this to kind of clarify this energy here. Cancer, let's see what's going on here. Oh, I like that. Look at you fixing your vibration. Ooh. All right, Cancer. Interesting. Very interesting. So you have a lot of intuition here, a lot of cups, or a couple of cups, and then some major arcanas here, because you have the Nine of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Strength card, the Justice card, and the Judgment card here, Cancer. And the first thing that really comes through here with this Cancer is this sense of making peace with things that we felt like maybe weren't fair here with the Justice card. That's one sticking out like a lot. And I feel that there's something here that if we can learn to make this, to understand the gifts that maybe a certain situation where it may not seem fair in that moment, it may not felt that, I don't know, just got you in a place where you weren't feeling at your strongest, but paying attention to how it helped you grow, how it helped you realize, I don't know, just come into this different energy here, Cancer. I feel like there's this solace that's coming through with this Nine of Cups. It's kind of like this, by in this energy of forgiving a certain situation, we can start healing something here with this energy that's coming through there, and finding this new sense of strength that's applying, that can be from here, from that can come from this sense of healing there, this really kind of deep sense of catharsis. And keep in mind too, Cancer, with this healing energy, like all this very nurturing lunar energy is happening too when Chiron's going direct as well in Aries. And a lot of energy for you to initiate this new start, to heal some sort of self, healing sort of like maybe even things in like our identity, or in like why we may not take actions towards certain things. But and I feel like for those who may be holding like maybe grudges possibly or something along those lines, it's where I do understand again, where I'm not saying that we're, if someone did you wrong, it's, that we're just absolving them, but I do feel like paying attention to what kind of power that does have over you, Cancer, and if it's something that is worth hanging on to. Or is it something that we can turn into a different type of strength to maybe understand, even? And this can be tough, Cancer, to understand that that's just where that person happened to be at that time. That's the vibration they chose to be. It doesn't define them. Because I feel that when people say that we can't change, I don't think that's true, Cancer. I do think though that we have to choose to change, though. That I do stand by. But it's, can people change? Absolutely, changing all the time. But it comes from these, I feel like, these lessons of the past, and realizing that they don't define you or don't define someone else in this, that we grow from that, again. Then because the Six of Cups is a sharing card, and I feel it's the sun in Scorpio, and I feel like it's like, what are those kind of darker energies that Scorpio tends to reveal, those kind of ugly truths? How did that help you rebirth here? Because the Judgment card, this is, speaking of Scorpio, this is Pluto energy here with this Judgment card. So yeah, just like we might be just processing some things there, Cancer, and maybe even just even, yeah, just I even feel like fixing some sort of like, even some mistakes even that you may have made there, Cancer. Just any sort of like karmic things that we may have been kind of holding on to. Or yeah, it's a lot coming through with that Justice card. But it's knowing that the things do balance out, Cancer, and whatever that means for you. But I hope that makes sense. Let's get some more tarot on this. Alright, Cancer, let's see what's going on here. I was getting a lot. Should have mentioned that I was getting some Three of Swords there earlier. But Cancer, you have the Three of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Lovers, and the Tower here, Cancer. And the Three of Cups, or excuse me, Three of Swords. This is a very melancholic type of energy. This can be depression. This can be those things we hold on to, Cancer, that prevent us from forward motion, the things that make us feel a certain type of way. But I feel when it comes to changing the narrative or changing the foundation, that it comes on, like let's say a certain argument or something still brings up those energies of, just you get in this frustration, these things, kind of get you feeling like a kid again, in a sense, with this kind of just sort of immature energy with this Page of Cups. But, and we can choose, to maybe deal with this in some sort of way. But for some reason or another, there's this energy of not wanting to tackle this, because I feel like if, and hang with me, Cancer, I hope this, and I hope this makes sense. But it's like in admitting that we do have the power, the Strength card here, to change how something, we may not be able to change how a situation happened, how this tower came crumbling, but we can choose how we feel about it. Sometimes realizing that power can be overwhelming, because then we can get into this place of, why were we holding on to something for so long? And even the Knight of Swords sometimes can have this ability to want to rush through things, like, no, I got this, everything's fine, everything's cool, and yet we can make the same mistakes. We stay in this judgment energy, where it's just like the same old stuff. We get this surge of energy, feel great, and then something Three of Swords happens, Tower happens, and then Judgment happens. And when it's like, what did we learn from this situation? Oh, nothing. Okay, then let's do this one more round. That's how higher self does with these tower moments, and it can be annoying sometimes, but they are meant to. If we're noticing a cycle of repeat there, Cancer, we don't like how things are feeling, especially how things are feeling there, Cancer. Those are strong indicators for us to move. Something got you feeling anxious. Explore that a little bit more. What is that? Get down to that subconscious understanding, or understanding what those signal means. And because that's what the tower is, it's like paying attention to how the actions and decisions that we've made, lovers, were they the ones that really were trying to raise our vibration? And just, and I kind of like that Saturn, Pluto and Mars are here, the tower and the Judgment card, because the tower in Judgment, Mars and Pluto, they're kind of abrasive sort of energies sometimes. They sort of to push us to do things sometimes that we don't want to, in a sense. And Pluto, can deal these, because Pluto's a higher octave of Mars, and it can lead to this. You just kind of like, how do I want to put this? I even feel too, just like how Pluto can deal with that sense of power there, Cancer. If we allow these things again to keep this power over us, I feel like we just keep making the same sort of mistakes. So whatever it is that we need to process here, I feel like it's a slowing down with the Knight of Swords, and really understanding the, maybe even like trigger responses is sort of what I'm getting, in a sense, or the motivations behind certain actions, or however you understand that, Cancer. Again, this could be something just that's just been ingrained in us for a while, and we're just not sure how to operate with this new canvas here, with this Page of Cups. So a lot that can come with this sort of this healing heart energy, especially when you're feeling so sensitive as you are there, Cancer. But it can be the beginning of something new, something beautiful that can come from this vulnerability and this understanding that is happening with all these energies going on here. But let's get some advice from our ruler. Alright, Cancer, last little bit here. Look at that, we're celebrating. Yes, we are celebrating because we got that lovely sun. Alright, Cancer. So you have the Four of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Sun card here. And let's switch back over, because I like this, Cancer, and I feel like this is what happens when we do take that opportunity to kind of reflect on some areas where we do feel we could grow a bit more, where like areas that may kind of need our attention there with the Nine of Pentacles, how we can I feel like it's almost like how do we get to this state of peace here, the state of happiness with the Sun card here. I feel like it's, because especially when I think about like this, like the depression that the Three of Swords can bring, it's not that I feel like you want to be in this. It's just that we haven't asked ourselves the questions as far as like how we can get out of it. Like what are some things that we need to shine a light on here with the Sun card? What's impeding this sense of where we're like taking more initiative? Like I'm not sure, Cancer, like, because sometimes the Nine of Pentacles can be this, it's like that pre-Empress energy working towards that, and sometimes it's like what prevents us from taking actions, in a sense, and the only way to find that is to do that sort of inner work there, that shadow work, find out what places are needing healing, and looking at them as an invitation for something new, something to celebrate here. these tougher situations can be something to celebrate, because now we have a new side of ourselves to learn. And I know how that may sound, Cancer, but because it's one thing when it's over, but when you're in it, it's a whole different kind of party. But I feel like it's remembering too, Cancer, that you felt like this once. You know, there were times where we weren't sure how things were going to go out. We needed to take a moment, kind of process, do some healing, and then things turned out to be better. So yeah, I hope that made sense, Cancer. That was I like that overall. I do feel like a lot of healings, like a lot of just like maybe cyclical things that are kind of wrapping up too here, Cancer. But if you like that or anything resonated with you, Cancer, give it a thumbs up. And share this, Cancer, if you know someone who's been needing something, that's been needing some healing, just like an ear to, friendly ear to just kind of be vulnerable with. Or because I do, Cancer and energy does understand, the nuances of emotions. And it can be, I feel that I was listening to someone who was explaining our energy, and I liked it because it's like on a at a healed Cancer, at a higher vibration, really is that unconditional love. Like I don't want anything from you. I literally just I want to help you. I want to be there for you, be that rock, because I can be that rock for you. And it's like it was really beautiful how they were describing it. So I feel like this full moon in Cancer really does bring that out, that really natural nurture out of you, Cancer. So work with that, and then subscribe there, you full moon. Hit that bell and get notified on these videos each day. And then last little bit there, Cancer, check your sun, moon, rising, Venus for your readings there. Who knows, you might have a chart just full of Cancer. I know actually someone who has like quite a bit of Cancer in their chart. But yeah, check out those places in their Cancer, but check out your whole chart, Cancer. Get to know yourself better. See where your moon. See, Cancer. If you know, especially if you have your sun sign in Cancer. If you don't check anything else, Cancer, check your moon sign too, because that's how you operate in your sun sign. The dispositor of your sun in Cancer is the moon. So like mine is Gemini. So sure, I'm a Cancer, but I operate like a Gemini in a sense. Like I have that a bit of that because that's what my moon's doing. So it's like it's interesting how those nuances can come in there, Cancer. So definitely check that out, and come over to my other channel, Alchemist 8. I do weekly videos, monthly ones, yearly ones, and it's a good old time. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, Cancer, so I can get you out of here. I like this, Cancer. You got the Four of Swords. And I feel like this is that energy, that making peace after the Three of Swords. It's getting to this place of acceptance and letting go, and seeing how oh, Cancer, my candle went out. Seeing how you've grown from all of these experiences. And I feel too, like I don't know if you can see these little cobwebs that are kind of in this picture here. I feel like it's dusting off any sort of things that we haven't touched there in a while, and finally putting them to bed, and allowing them that space so they can, yeah, just so they can heal their Cancer. Just kind of let this thing breathe in a sense. I like that. Well, let me get you the oracle card here so I can get you out of here, Cancer. Yeah, meditate again. The Four of Swords can be this card of meditation too. Since you got the Hermit there as well, meditate on these uncertain emotions that kind of confuse you, Cancer, or just like that. Haven't quite explored that in a while. See how your perception of that has changed a little bit there, Cancer. Absolutely. Look at all the strength that you have here. You got the Facing Fear card, Cancer, which is a card of courage and inner strength here. Look at all this strength you have. You're so strong. Moon's going to be in Leo after this, Cancer. Real strong energy. But I do feel that as you begin to face these fears, Cancer, as you start this growing and understanding of yourself, it gets easier each time that Three of Swords comes around, because it's going to happen again. It's not like it just like, bam, all right, done. We're going to keep going through these cycles here. It's just like with tarot. How it comes up may be a little bit different each time, but it'll come up again where we'll get on a hot streak and then we'll kind of wane a little bit, then we'll get right back up there, Cancer. And I feel like it's getting comfortable in that ebb and flow there, and the courage to face fears even when we're not sure how that's going to look can bring about this sense of reward and just fulfillment and a stronger foundation for you to go on there, and just an understanding of more of like what we bring into effect and what is brought by the universe. This, yeah, I like this, Cancer. So you just see that sunlight, but I think I'm gonna leave that there. So you stay safe out there, Cancer, under this full moon. Really enjoyed this energy, Cancer. This is the last little day of it before she starts to go into the waning phases and we start getting contemplative. So start hermiting. So, and yeah, but really, see what you learn from this energy, Cancer. See what you learn about yourself, and yeah, keep eyes on the moon, absolutely. And I will catch you, Cancer, on the next one tomorrow.